Okay, so today's lesson is about electronic parking brakes. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, all that. Okay. So you have electronic parking brakes. This guy brought it here because he couldn't get the electronic parking brake turned off without a scan tool that costs like $3-4 grand. So today I'm going to show you guys how to do it for absolutely nothing. So give me a second. First step first, you're going to want to take this off. Take off the connector. You're going to see there's 2 pins on it. As you can see, one's red and one's white. Go ahead and take off your caliper real quick. I should also mention, if you have a brake sensor, make sure you take that off first, because you do not want to break that. There you go, boom. Pops right off. It's wrapped around, on this model, it's wrapped around there. I'll just leave that. Nah, I'll take that off. I don't want it to break. Then just take it off like you would a normal caliper. Give me a second. Okay, next there's going to be 2 pins inside of there. I'm going to take this off so you can see. 2 pins, and you're going to want to put the alligator clips on one at each. It doesn't matter which one you put where, because we don't know which way it's going to go. You can put positive and negatives on both of these wires. One will actually twirl the piston inwards, and one will twirl it to where it's in maintenance mode. So just make sure that they're not touching, and we're going to move on. Next, we're going to do a little testing. We're going to see if it's positive or negative. We'll just switch these. So for now, I'm putting negative. I always put the negative on here, not the positive, because you don't want nothing crazy to go happening. But we're going to try putting the negative on here first, and put the positive on the positive and see what happens. What we're going to look for is to make sure that this is not pushing outwards. If it does, stop immediately. So it's going to be kind of hard to do this, you know, one-handed, but we're going to see what happens here. Alright, so when I tap it, we're going to make sure that's not spinning outwards. See how it's coming out? It's hard to see, but it's coming out. Okay, we don't want it to do that. So if it starts coming out like that, all we're going to do is we're going to swap them. We're going to take this off. We're going to put this one on here. And this will make it go the opposite direction. It's just the motor. So positive and negative, you know, one way make it spin one way, the other is going to make it spin the other. So now we're going to go ahead and swap it. We got that there. We're going to go ahead and, it's hard to do with one hand, but I'm just going to touch this against here, and what we're going to look for is this to not move right now, and then once it gets to a certain point, it'll start spinning. Just keep holding it. See how it's spinning? Now you can compress it inwards like a regular caliper. Once it does that spinning mechanism, like once it starts spinning, that means you can just push it right in. And whenever you go to put it back together, just take all this off, put your connector on, slab it up there, and you're good to go. Here, I'm gonna go grab the caliper collapser so I can show you. It just presses in like a normal caliper right now. Okay, so I went and grabbed the caliper collapsers, took the wires off, and now I'm just gonna press it in like a normal piston. See that? And that is how you deal with electronic calipers. So let me explain it one more time for those who didn't understand it. You're going to put these on in no particular manner, and you're going to want to stick them directly. Make sure this thing doesn't move around, but you want to stick them directly on those pins. It doesn't matter which way, right? And then I have mine coiled up. Then I take one wire and put it directly to the rotor, and take my alligator clip on my jump pack, put it directly on, you know, the stud. Now that's going to allow the electricity to travel through the metal on here, which all y'all know. I just stating it for the people that didn't know. Not saying nobody's stupid or nothing, but so electricity will travel through here. Now, like I said, it doesn't matter which way you put it on first. It's a learning experience. Every car is going to be different. I have to do it You know, sometimes I get it right on the first try, sometimes I have to swap it. But you're gonna know, because like I said, you're gonna watch that piston move outwards if it's on wrong. And that's just pushing that piston out. And that's what, like when you hit the electronic power brake, it's pushing that piston against the rotor. And then it's reversing the polarity when you turn it off, and it's, you know, pulling it off. So to, like twisting it a little bit the other way so to allow it to be free. But like I said, it doesn't matter. Those pins are positive and negative. You just want to switch it, make sure that it's, you're going to hear a noise, it's going to sound like it's going, as long as it's not pushing out, just keep holding it and it'll eventually start spinning. The second it starts spinning, you'll be able to push it in. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave a comment. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. All right, have a good day. So the customer just wanted to put new pads on, so I slid new pads on, and all I did was put the piece back on, put the nuts back on, and like I said, you don't have to do nothing after that. All you got to do is put the connector back on. The computer will do the rest. Make sure that it's unlocked. Put it back on, lock it, make sure it's on there and the pin's back, like pushed back and locked if it has one. Tighten it down, and like I said, the computer will do the rest. You hit the park button and it'll relock them and then unlock them, and it'll set it right where it needs to be. You ain't got to worry about it. I should have mentioned though, if there's 3 wires on this, do not do this method. If there's 3 wires on this connector, do not do this. You will have to go to a mechanic shop and get it done, because that 3rd wire is a sensing wire and it will mess up if it's not in the correct location. This only works on the 2 wire setup. That being said, have a good day.